All right, TU goes on the road. They take on New Mexico after an emotional and overtime victory in a very hot Chapman Stadium. Will they have anything left to go to Albuquerque?
I hope so. It worried me when Coach Montgomery mentioned in his press conference this week that Jesse Brubaker played 94 of 96 snaps. That's a key defensive tackle for the Golden Hurricane. Those guys up front had to play a whole lot of football, as you said, in really difficult conditions on Saturday. Now you're going to play a New Mexico team that basically had a bye to start week one, beating Mississippi Valley State 66-0. This offense is tricky. They run a form of the triple option. It's not exactly like Navy runs it. They run it out of the pistol. They'll throw a little bit more, but basically it's the triple option. When was the last time Bill Young had to defend the triple option, being a Big 12 guy for years and years? I feel like New Mexico's going to score a lot of points. I think Tulsa scores a lot of points too, but they absolutely have to avoid turnovers, and they got to force a couple.
I just hope they have something left in the tank after the emotion and the heat. Every player that walked into the press room after the game limping from cramps. And I'm not saying they're out of shape or anything. It was just the nature of what was going on that day. So how long does it take to recover? I would have been much better about this game had TU been able to stay at home. But there's one thing, they did have Labor Day, so the kids didn't have to go to class on Monday. So that is one thing to their advantage. Let's see how Dane Evans experiences his quarterbacking on the road. They've got the two big weapons. I think if they can pound it a little bit and keep New Mexico guessing, I think they've got a pretty good shot. You saw last night, Mississippi Valley got hammered by another team last night, the team that New Mexico hammered as well. I'll give Bob Davie credit. On the radio show, he basically admitted it was a glorified scrimmage last week.
Absolutely. He was honest about it.
Not many coaches would, a win is a win is a win, and, they'll say, a win against air is big. But at least he admitted that this is their real opener.
That's right. Tulsa has not won a road game since 2013, so you're right. That'll be a challenge, a mental hurdle, if you will. Here's a guy I do feel good about, Cayden Lucas. I love this kid. I think he could play in the Big 12, maybe even at the next level, and I think he's going to bring it each and every week. He might have to have a monster game because, like you said, I don't expect everybody across the board to be able to bring the same sort of effort they brought last week. You probably need a couple guys to have extraordinary effort.
Here's what I think TU can do. They can keep their defense off the field a little longer than they did against Florida Atlantic. I think their offense will be able to move the football against New Mexico and keep their defense. They've got to keep the defense off the field. By the third quarter, the team was dead. How they got their second win, I'll never know. Whether they did the Popeye eat the spinach thing, who knows? But somehow they did it. But I think their defense will be able to get a little bit more rest this time.
I do think this one comes down to the very end, just like last week. The line in Vegas is 4. I think that's about right. Tulsa's going to have to play really well to win.
All right. Do we both think TU's going to win this game or not?
Go ahead and give it to me. I like the firepower that Tulsa has. New Mexico's going to be tough. They'll be an irritant. But I like the firepower Tulsa has. Give me Tulsa by a field goal.
All right. Same here.